ReefBum is sponsored by Bulk Reef Supply and Ecotech Marine.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So in this video I want to talk about a little electrical incident that occurred with this display tank earlier today. But before I do that, if you want to help support the channel and pick up some SPS frags, you can do so at reefbum.com. And with that, let's get into the video. Okay, so earlier today I was doing some maintenance on this 187-gallon display tank. Every other day I take this MaxiJet power head, I plug it in to this outlet and I blow the detritus off of the rocks and the little cyano that's in there that's still left in the tank, and any cyano and detritus on the bottom of this tank. So I try to get all that stuff off the rockwork, off the bottom of the tank, elevate it to get it into the water column so mechanical filtration can pull it out. But today I was doing that and I had it all plugged into this GFCI outlet. Today I got a stinger. I got a good shock. I dropped this power head because it was I don't know, I think I had it, well, I guess it was in the tank, but as soon as I got shocked, pulled it out and just dropped it right on the floor, and man, it my arm kind of got stung pretty good. I could still kind of feel a little sore on my arm. And man, let me tell you, it was a shock because it happened so suddenly. But it tripped the GFCI outlet, and it also tripped the circuit on my electrical panel that the GFCI was on. How do I think the shock happened? I think what happened was that I had this extension cord that I had the power head plugged into, and I believe there was some water that might have been on the floor, just a little water that maybe got in between the plug, inside that plug where the power head was plugged into. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. I know I did a video a while ago on adding GFCIs to my systems. I had GFCIs initially when I put all these tanks together, but then I took off all the GFCIs because, well, and I guess originally the electrician installed them a long time ago and things were tripping. They seemed to be very sensitive GFCIs, so he took them off and I had regular outlets. But then recently, a number of months ago, I had GFCIs put on. Everything was hunky-dory until this past summertime, and then a lot of stuff started to trip. I think it was due to a lot of electrical storms, lightning outside. So I had a couple of overflows, as you recall from my prior videos, from the both of my sumps. This is the other sump here. And you know, the reason being is that the return pumps were plugged in to the GFCIs, which were tripping. So since then, I talked to electricians about the GFCIs, and as I reported before, they, because of the code, the laws here in Vermont, could not take out the GFCIs that they installed. This was a different electrician versus the one that originally had installed and then took out my GFCIs a long time ago, like 7 years ago. But what they were able to do was add an outlet right here, non-GFCI, that I've got my return pumps plugged into. But I just wanted to say how thankful I am that I had a GFCI circuit out here to kind of absorb the blow to that shock that I had earlier today. Because, you know, listen, if you don't have a GFCI, if you've got a regular outlet and you got something that goes on in a saltwater reef tank, the GFCIs can prevent fires. They can prevent the electricity getting to a person's heart. I could have been electrocuted. I don't know if I'm being overly dramatic here, but you know, could I have died? I don't know. I don't know what the possibilities are, but it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good, and it was very sudden, and I didn't like that feeling. But I think what I wanted to do here is another public service announcement in favor of GFCIs. I know there's a debate in the hobby in terms of whether or not you should be using GFCIs since they trip prematurely, but now I am so glad that I have them for my return pumps, the ones that I have plugged into the non-GFCI outlets. When I do maintenance, I will pull them out of those plugs. But I just really do believe that a reef keeper's safety, reef keeper's life is more important than that reef keeper's coral's life, right? Because if you have GFCIs that are tripping prematurely, and potentially if you're not around, you could lose some corals because of those trips, then your coral's health could be at stake. But I am a proponent of making the reef keeper's health the priority here. So I understand, I get it in terms of the tripping, premature tripping of the GFCI outlets. My electrician did install a surge protector way down here by my panel, a full house surge protector. He said he thought that it should help with the premature GFCI trips, and since that was done, I haven't had a GFCI trip on me that's been hooked up to the fish tank. So yeah, again, I'll definitely entertain your comments below the video description, but this is just something that I think, for me personally, safety wise, that it makes a lot of sense. And I just wanted other folks out there to be aware of what happened. And it's it can be a very dangerous thing in terms of electricity, especially around a saltwater reef tank versus a freshwater aquarium. So that's gonna do it for this little video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Until next time, be safe and be well. Later.